And do. Did it start? Did it start? I don't know. It looks like it started. And I'd like to say hello and welcome to OreAni 2024. End of the winter season.
Winter.
Yes, the
It's
winter.
over.
Finally. Felt kind of long to me. With us, as usual, we got
It was long.
Jessica. Hello, Jessica.
Hello.
We got Vinny. And we got
Thanks for having me.
Albert with us. And if you're looking here on the stream, you'll see there's. Is there a delay or something? Am I getting delayed? Maybe.
I don't
Uh,
know whether it's delay or just kind of forgetting to say your things.
I think there's a slight delay because I'm talking, I'm waiting, and then you guys answer a little bit behind. So I'll keep that in mind. But if you're watching our stream, you see there's the bunny girl senpai silhouette in the background because they had that movie released. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone happen to catch it here?
Yeah.
Didn't you catch it in Japan, Albert?
I caught the second movie, well, technically the third movie. So the one that aired was the second and the third movie, covering, I forget exactly which volume, but yeah, so I only caught the third movie when I was in December and had not watched the second movie. You know, it was good that I watched both because there was more impact in the third movie because it directly follows the events in the second movie. So it has to do with Sakura's sister, Kaede, and that whole situation. So yeah, it was very enjoyable, and more so now that I've watched both movies. All right.
All right. I had an unfortunate experience with it. We went in, then the movie after 20 minutes still hadn't played, so we had to go out, talk to the guy. Finally, they got it playing, and then all of a sudden, like 20 minutes till the end, everything stopped and all the lights turned on. We're like, what? So it was a crazy experience. But let's go ahead and talk about the end of this new. First up is the level 99 girl, right? I'm sorry, my second screen. There we go. Now I can see it.
悪役レイジオラボ99。私は裏ボスですが、魔王ではありません。
Man, we should have you read all the titles from now on. You want to start us off today, Vinny?
No! I get tongue twisted. Alright, sure. Okay, so this one falls into the villainous type of the series, which has been going steady for quite some time now, 5, 6 years. So the main character Yumiela is reincarnated. Well, basically the main character was died and sucked into this one of Otoma game that she remembers playing, and she became the character within it. Except she's supposed to be the secret super villain character. And knowing that, and knowing that how the story progresses, she decided that you know what, I don't want to get killed by the heroines and all those goody two shoes parties, so I'm just gonna build up my power, stay the hell away from the main story, and everything will be okay. Except it never really goes the way we want it to. she managed to build up the power that she wanted to stay above, except she forgot to accommodate the fact that dark hair in that world is considered something of an evil, and everybody shuns her away from it, even before power level was revealed, which she doesn't really take much offense to. Then old typical hijinks happens, misunderstanding, and she eventually managed to stay out of triggering or becoming the villainess that game designed her to be, and make something of a happy ending that she makes to make some friends. She clears up some of the misunderstanding, and she learns the truth behind as to why there is considered evil and shunned away, which was entirely the fault of the original false villains. Um, it's pretty. It's enjoyable enough. If you like the villainous type of series, it's enjoyable enough. It's pretty decent at just watching it without really having to think it through, because there's really no great suspense or plot twist, anything that makes you need to think about it. If I remember correctly, Albert commented on our main character, Yumila, as a chibi for not being very cute, and which I do agree that for some reason she's not very adorable in any ways. Maybe that was by design. I'm not sure. The most offense I take from this series is that her last name being Darkness. That really just rubs me the wrong way. But otherwise, it's fairly enjoyable series. I'll give it about 6 out of 10.
I think if you just watch the anime, it's fine for what it was. I did not like some of the CG sequences later on, and the chibi forms just didn't do anything for me. I read the manga, and then it was so enjoyable. I actually read the light novel, first the first two. No, the manga is first two volumes, covers this arc, and then there's actually stories after that. But had a lot of issues with early on, and I did catch the first and the last episode. The last episode, despite being like the finale, I did not think some of the animation was that good. And Yumiella was voiced by Fairouz Ai. She's pretty dynamic character voice actor, and I don't think it was a good match for her because the whole thing about Yumiella is that she's very deadpan and does not give two F's about social norms. So she doesn't really care to interact with people, and just that gap is what's funny. And then that thing's supposed to felt like kind of a loss. So I think if you read the manga, it's very enjoyable. Just don't expect as much from the anime. If you're just from the anime, I do recommend that you read the manga.
Just a quick thing out there. We're dropping a lot of frames, so I'm starting to do local recording, and I'll post this up later on so that people can watch this later on with better sound and video, because I don't think anything's really getting through. So sorry for those that are trying to watch live, but we'll be posting this up a little bit later so that at least you can understand what we're saying. Other than that, for this show, I thought it was decent. I've read most of the manga they got out there, and so I kind of knew what I was getting into. And I would say overall, it was a decent show. It wasn't like great or outstanding. And I will admit some of the CG was pretty bad, but at least I didn't really notice any bad CG horses, and that's where I draw my line. So,
Well, we got bad CG Dragon Ball.
true, true. But other than that, let's go ahead and move on to the next title, which isn't an isekai, and it was my favorite uh, rom com drama or whatever you want to call it. I absolutely loved it, and you could tell that with the
We need Dragon for this one.
yeah, you could tell that with how good the first season went. The budget, I swear, went up because the opening is day and night compared to the first season. So much higher quality in the animation done for the opening and the music, and even the show. It's kept pretty consistent with the first season, but having a little more impact. And with the first season already over, which kind of targeted them getting to know each other and understanding maybe what they feel, the second half kind of focused more on them connecting with each other. Sense, and it's just bittersweet. I mean, there's a lot of moments that are just. I swear I was like a little schoolgirl or something. I was just squealing inside, like, yeah, this is so. Oh my god. So and oh my god, there's we even made little sound bits from some of them for Discord because they were just so funny. But and it's also one of my favorite things to want to make how do you say it cutouts for right now. So I've been working on a few of them for that show. But
Kitty, eh?
yes, and I do like that they kept the same singer for the ending song. So she got to do another ending here. But it had just had a lot of really good moments. Like there was a scene where they had a karaoke, and the kids started opening with the opening song, and it transitioned into the actual opening, which was done really well. What do you say, Vinny?
Um, I guess the part of the popularity is the how accurately it portrays things about cringe as hell, and sometimes they just want to dig a hole and just bury themselves and just disappear because they realize they made a silly mistake and somehow that's gonna follow them for the rest of their life. All of which I'll say are relatable if you once had that teenager angst moment. So I think that is part of the reason why this is so popular. Not to mention that the characters are very likable. Coming from the seemingly very Tank says the budget has gone up in the second season, and this second season came about, there's really no competition this time around, vying for the viewership with a similar series that was happening, unlike the first season, which they had a couple of the similar type of series. Um, Other than that, there's really not much to mention. If you watch the first season and love that, there's really no reason to not watch the second season because it literally is a continuation of the first season. And I'm just so glad at the end of the second season they finally say the magic word. And I mean, just like I was kind of getting annoyed. It's like just say the word and be done with it already. God. But they have done it. Uh, not the adult things. No, that's who knows. But the confession, the actually properly having the confession